Who do you think you are? I'm Patrician McCarthy, founder of the Miensheng Institute in Santa Monica, California. Welcome to another in our series of Taoist Five Elements tutorials, Essentials of Tao series. In Who Do You Think You Are? We want to help you find which of the Taoist Five Elements best define your personality. Do you have the personality, emotions, and behaviors associated with the wood element, the fire element, the earth element, the metal element, the water element? Before I give you a whole lot of traits associated with each of the elements, let me first explain how you will determine which elements are yours and which ones aren't. Taoism teaches us that we each come into this world with a natural imbalance of the traits associated with the five elements. We might have more of some of the elements and not so many of the others. You will most likely have more of the traits of one or two, perhaps even three, of the five elements. I've made some fun graphs to demonstrate the five-element balance of some of my pretend friends. This is Franco's chart. As you can see, Franco has an average amount of wood, earth, and metal traits, but he has many fire traits and almost as many water traits. Therefore, Franco has a fire-water personality. If you identify with the traits associated with only one of the elements, you are an excess personality type of that element, just like my other pretend friend, Rita. Rita has a few fire, earth, metal, and water traits, but mostly she has wood traits, a lot of wood behaviors and emotions. Consequently, Rita is an excess wood personality. Just as you have many traits of one or two of the elements, you are also likely to have a deficiency of traits belonging to one or two other elements. You can see that our friend, Chris, has a lot of fire and a lot of water traits and average amounts of wood and metal traits, but very, very few earth personality traits. Chris is a fire-water personality with an earth deficiency. We will show you the many personality and behavioral traits associated with each of these five elements. Study each group of traits. Maybe you'll find out that you have mostly wood traits, or mostly fire traits, mostly earth traits, mostly metal traits, or mostly water traits. You might discover that you're an excess elemental type, or you may be a combination of elements such as wood and earth, fire and water, maybe earth and metal, metal and fire, or water and wood, or metal and fire and water, or any other combination. You are probably deficient in one or more of the elements too. Study each group to see if you have very few wood, very few fire, very few earth, very few metal, or very few water traits. Once you determine your personality type, you will gain deeper insight into your own true nature simply by recognizing your inborn gifts and challenges. And you will have the similar insights into everyone in your life. Are you ready to learn the emotions and behaviors of each of the Taoist five elements? Those elements again are wood, fire, earth, metal, water. We begin with the element of wood. Wood's primary emotion is anger, and its complementary emotion is passion. Other traits associated with wood are assertive, active, innovative, righteous, irritated, hurried, unstoppable, idealistic, rage, active, warrior, leader, moral, aggressive, urgent, ambivalent, loud, enthusiastic, arrogant, unforgiving, powerful. This montage reflects some of Wood's strongest traits. Our next element is fire. Fire's primary emotion is joy, and its complementary emotion is despair. Other fire traits are loving, scattered, excitable, performer, erratic, social, silly, quick, shameful, edgy, animated, spontaneous, self-blaming, charming, dramatic, flexible, expressive, sexy, impish, invasive, charismatic, inappropriate, funny, talkative, whimsical, flirtatious, magnetic. Here's a montage of some of fire's prominent behaviors. Earth is our next element. Earth's primary emotion is worry, and its complementary emotion is nurturing. Other earth traits are giving, steady, sympathetic, connected, predictable, collector, child-oriented, comforting, pack rat, warm, reliable, slow, passive, stable, earthy, pleasing, the center, overextended, grounded, solid, dependent, food-oriented, confused, caretaker, constant. This montage reflects Earth's primary behaviors and traits. Metal is our next element. Metal's primary emotion is grief, and its complementary emotion is sympathy. Other traits associated with metal are elegant, clear, aloof, sensitive, practical, inward, precise, proud, empathetic, dry, critical, independent, analytical, disciplined, authoritative, rigid, luxurious, cool, selective, principled, perfectionist, reserved, organized, calculating, self-reliant. This montage represents some of metal's prominent traits. Our last element is water. Water's primary emotion is fear, and its complementary emotion is wisdom. Other traits associated with water are just, risk-taker, contemplative, late, courageous, argumentative, imaginative, fertile, apprehensive, determined, academic, sensual, flowing, persuasive, reassuring, spiritual, anxious, secretive, questioning, withdrawn, flowing, careful, enduring. And here is a montage depicting some of water's prominent traits. So, what element or elements best defined you, and which ones don't? We hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. It's our gift to you. If you want all of this information about the 5-element personality traits and lots more on how to determine and understand your personality type, you might like our primer workbook. You can find it, as well as other tutorials on face reading and facial diagnosis and the 5 elements, as well as information about our classes, workshops, readings, and more by visiting our website. Also visit us on Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. We hope you've enjoyed Who Do You Think You Are? May you always be in your element.